Hello, we're live. Oh, what's happened with my camera? Sorry, I came on late. My clock was wrong in the other room. Hello, everybody. Let me fix the camera. See if I can get it to focus. It's a lot of energy here. There we go. Okay. So let's say hello to everybody. Welcome. And hi, David, Mindy, Jason, Vero. Let's go ahead and ground. I'm going to start your session with grounding. We're entering sacred space. And tune into your breath if you would. So if you're not familiar with grounding, I think we've done it here before. Just, kind of close your eyes, go inside if you would. Just kind of say hello to yourself. And let's practice doing some relaxing breathing, being aware of your breath. So if you would breathe in through your nose, and then exhale through your nose. And when you inhale, hold for a few seconds and then release. And find the center of your head if you would. If you don't know how to do that, just put your finger in the middle of your forehead. And then imagine a light going back about 4 inches to the center of your head. There you go. This helps you come into a relaxed state, helps you come into a more observant state. Can everybody hear me okay? I've been having problems with my microphone. I did a video this morning and people were already saying they couldn't hear me. So could you answer me? Are you able to hear me? Yes, thank you. Okay, good. So if you have been coming here, everybody who's here is a regular. You're going to get a question and or healing today. So thank you for showing up. We're going to do a longer members today because I was not here for the second Saturday of August. So I've extended this one to 2 hours. So that's the good news. The bad news is I think I figured out how to keep this private, but I don't think I clicked the right button. And then I went back to edit it to make us completely private. And that didn't work. So I didn't figure that out. But so we are probably going out over YouTube. Sorry. I'm going to try to fix this by next time, but we're getting out over YouTube. So if you want to have a secret name for your reading, everybody who's here, I'm going to give you a little secret thing to do. First, I want to write you down because you were here on time and you've been regular. Blue Horizon, I think your name, text me if you can. I think I know your name. You've been in my class before. If you're from Switzerland, I know your name. Okay. So if you don't, I don't want to put your name out over the internet and connect each person to the reading. So if you don't care, that's fine. I'm going to be respectful with details I share about whatever the we're looking at or giving a reading or answering questions on. I'll try to kind of talk in code, But so far I have Vero, which is your anonymous. Your name is not really on here. Mindy, David, Jason, Donna. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. And then Blue Horizon. Oh, I know who you are. You're Blue Horizon. I know you're not from Switzerland. You're from the East Coast. I know you. Why is my name? I'm channeling, so I know you. I know you well. But you're a writer. Okay. All right. Why is your name not coming to my mind? So text me Blue Horizon, because text me your real name. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to do. Sorry if I wasn't clear. If you want a reading, but you don't want to use your real name, then text me a code name, and I'll use that for your reading. Okay, I know that sounds a little bit complicated, but you can text me at 707 769 9997, and I'll give that to you again. So you can text me a code name, any of the 6 people I mentioned here. Text me a code name if you don't want me using your regular name. Once again, that's 707 769 9997. So text me your code name. It also helps if you text me a picture of yourself. Okay, so it helps me. I don't have to see a picture of you, but it helps me. Okay, so let's go ahead and just, yeah, I know you're in Oregon, honey. I know you, Donna, I know you. If somebody's texting me. Oh, the code name is, but yeah, but text me. Okay, text me your real name with your code. Your code name is Betsy Blue. Why am I not? Because I know the name of your cat. Um, yeah, it's not coming to my mind. I mean, I'm channeling, so it's not coming to my mind. Text me, Betsy, your real name, because I need to know your real name to do a reading. Okay. If anybody doesn't text me, then I figure you're okay with me using your real name and it going out on YouTube. All right. So, all right. Laurel, yeah. All right. I'm gonna let's just get back grounded again. Let's go in and ground and do a healing and a reading for you. Sometimes when we get grounded, we the question that we're asking changes. So let's just tune back in and ground and breathe while we're waiting for more people to show up. We'll do a little bit more of a grounding and kind of a healing now. And then we'll do one at the end of the 2 hours. So let's go back in and say hello to yourself. Say hello to your breath. Just be aware of your breath. It looks like we are tuning into the energy of love and loving ourselves. And so if you would create a rose for yourself. A rose is an imaginary tool you can use. Just if you don't see one, just pretend you see it. Like if you're pretending you see a Christmas tree, or Just imagine. So use your childlike imagination. If you can't, if that doesn't feel comfortable, if you're just really not visual, then say hello to just knowing or feeling. You can take your hands and finger paint a rose in front of you, pretend that you're a super cool artist, and just put that rose in front of you. And then let's put it on a viewing screen, that rose, and let's take the rose and the stem and draw the stem. Well, first let's look at where is the stem. If you notice, like, is the stem going to the bottom of the screen? Is there, I see somebody that has cords coming in on the left side. Might be a couple cord, like other people are grounding into your energy. Sometimes when we have children, they kind of ground into us. Or people sense that you're safe. If you're doing this channel, you're very spiritual, you're probably empathic. People sense that you're more grounded, and even though they don't say something, they might wonder, like, what are you doing? Or, because people feel better when they're grounded. Our bodies need to be grounded while we're here in physical form, but that isn't really taught to us. But so when you start grounding and you start doing work, other people kind of like wander over because they aren't aware that they have a space or a frequency or a spirit. Maybe they think they're just a body, but they aren't really aware. So they just kind of wander over, like, what is she doing? And they just kind of connect in. Also, people will ground into you to start to feel safe because they're ungrounded, or they think they can't ground, or they want your energy, or yeah, they want to somehow manipulate or control. Even, kids do that. It doesn't mean they're an evil person. It's just that they're not aware that your husband or wife or your friends are just like, huh. And so they just kind of wander over and get into the center of your head or get into your grounding cord. So a healing is letting go of what energy isn't yours. And when we recognize that we are spirit and we are energy, then we can start to clean our space out. You can still be connected to your friends, your coworkers, your family, with cords of love and communication and cooperation or something. But anything that you're seeing here is just going to be energy that's affecting you, affecting your clarity, affecting your health, affecting your well-being and your sovereignty. So we want to know who we are, to know yourself, and to be clear and let go of, because most people have a lot of chaos or fear or control or worry or whatever. There's whole bunches of energies that people are, just walking around with that they're not aware of. And you don't need to just be taking on everybody's stuff. If you choose to do a healing or help somebody, choose, with awareness, choose that I'm going to do this. And so that has a beginning, a middle, and an end for healing. But you don't need to be walking around just like a sponge, absorbing everybody's stuff and then wondering what's wrong with you, or why don't you feel good, or why are you tired. So breathe and say hello to yourself and ground your rose. And let's call in your healing guides, the angels, archangels. I saw a Mary Magdalena. She's a magenta. Let's see who else is here. I see some, I'm not really seeing anybody else right now. You may have other guides around you, but let's work with that Oh, there's Metatron. Okay, so Metatron is watermelon colored. So let's call in Metatron and help us to ground. Oh, there's Archangel Michael. And so ask the Archangel Michael and Metatron to cut any cords that may be in your grounding cord, just put it on release. Anything that is heavy or stuck. And a lot of times people are afraid, or we're afraid, so we just clamp on to stuff like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And we don't want to be holding on for dear life in this energy, because we want to let go of the past. I know change is hard, but we want to let go of what isn't working. So when the flood waters come in, the emotional stuff, everybody's emotional garbage or whatever, noise or chaos, when the flood waters come in, you let go. Don't strap in or hold on. Let go and float out into the water and learn to tread water or swim, keeping your head above water. And flow, go with the flow, like that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you want, that's a good idea. Let's have a boat there. Let's climb in, climb up over the side of, you might want a little canoe or a river rafter. You might want a whole sailboat or a cruise, I think the luxury cruise might have too many other people on there. That's kind of busy. Let's keep it simple for today. Climb aboard your little boat there and just go with the flow. So the energy is taking you to somewhere that's good, that's healing, that's a place where you can flourish and be happy or feel safe. So the energy is a higher frequency energy from your intentions and the guides that is letting you float down the river to peaceful shores and breathe and ground. Okay, that might be starting to feel better. Starting to feel like we're a little bit more centered now. Let's turn back into our breath. Yeah, they're still telling me that a lot of people are holding on to other people's problems. Other people's problems are not your problems. They can't be, because they created the problems on a soul energy level so that they could heal them. Unless they're asking you for help, let go of other people's problems. I can't. What if they're not okay? What if they don't make it? What if that you don't have that control, and you don't want that control? Because if you try to control people, what's going to happen? They won't trust you. You don't have intimacy. Intimacy has nothing to do with control or trust. Manipulation is not about trust or having it. So if you love somebody, set them free. What is that? Oh yeah, okay, that's a song. Let them go. Hand them over to their creator source. You could even give them a little grounding cord. Create a rose for them on your screen and kind of ground them out of your space. Now, another way to ground them is just to create a rose for them, show them that rose, like, hello, there's your energy. It's time for you, it's time for you to go home. It's lunchtime. It's time for you to get out of my head and out of my grounding cord and find your very own, which was what they really need to do, especially children. They're growing up. They're not, unless they're under 7, they don't belong in your grounding cord. And just kind of ground them. You can, like your finger painting on the screen, you can take your finger out and ground their stem to the bottom of the screen and put it on release. How many are there in your space? How many people are in your space? And when you start to do this, you might get a call or a text from somebody just going like, hello? Well, how are you? Or they think of a reason to call you because, well, they might be used to you doing this by now. But at first, when you start doing this, people will go like, what are they doing? They don't know why they're contacting you, but they can feel energy. They'll tell you, no, I don't feel anything. But they do, they're not in tune with that subconscious part of themselves that really can pick up on energy because everybody is psychic. They're just not aware that they're psychic. So the other way you can ground them is just by using and kind of get them out of your space, is by using your intention to just like, I'm intending to let go of your stuff, your pain, your issues, your emotions, your judgment, whatever it is. Because you ever notice how you hang around someone who's depressed, you have lunch with them and then you go home and you're sad, or you hang around, you watch all this angry stuff on TV and then you're like, it's like you're absorbing. So this can be from TV or the news or the general population or just lower vibrations that are here on earth. It can be, that general energy that's just your neighbors, people who used to live in your house. So just intend, like, I'm intending to let go of any energy that isn't serving me. Oh, and with your loved ones, you can ask your guides and angels, please assist this person. I release them to you. Release them to God or Goddess or Buddha or Jesus. Well, I release this person to you. Please assist them with whatever they need today. And thank you, and let go. Let them go. Let it go. Sometimes when you let go of people you're worried about, or even animals, they have a chance to heal. They get to, because they're kind of latching on to you or whatever, or, expecting you to do something when they actually can do it themselves by you saying, I know you can do this, say them a prayer, ground them, and let go. Let go. Good. Now that we're nice and grounded, well, let's let that earth energy come up and start to heal your body. Start to energize your body. Notice how the energy has changed from when we started to now. Oh, you're playing with energy, and that's what we're having fun with energy. Let's make it fun. We're not here to just do the drudgery up to ground. This isn't church. Breathe and let that earth energy, notice if you feel it, if it feels vibrating, or if you don't feel anything, maybe you're not breathing. Kind of open up your feet chakras, like, okay, let that earth energy come in. Earth energy heals your body. Let it move through your legs. So your grounding cord kind of branches off into 3. It can also just be attached into your aura, like a big suction cup at the bottom of your aura. And then it can come up into your feet, and then the other part comes up right into your tailbone. That's where the spinal fluid is. All your vertebrae. Every vertebrae in your back governs parts of your organs or emotional states. Usually low back, bottom, it has to do with financial issues or feeling safe and emotions. Your digestion. And let that energy flow up through that central channel that's in front of your spine. It's about, 3 or 4 inches wide. And this is completely safe. It's natural. And then let's say hello to your heart center. So energies that have to do with back pain or issues about heart and lungs usually have to do with love, your immune system and love. And so breathing that energy up the central channel. And the earth loves us. The earth is our true mother. She is a living being. So let her send you love and energy. And let's come up into the throat area. And this has to do with issues of communication when you have issues in thyroid or your neck, communication and judgment. If you want, you can kind of roll your neck around or, yeah. Now, some of that energy can come out your arms and hands, giving your arms and hands a clearing, a healing. And this is about really like, this may be new for you, like, oh, I'm coming into your body now. Let's come up to the center of our head and then let that energy fountain out the top of your head and just sit in the center of your head and be the observer. When you are the observer, when you're sitting in the center of your head, you're more neutral to people, places, and things. That means you can make better decisions. You can observe yourself. I'm having a feeling, I'm having an issue. How can I best assist myself? It's like you're starting to connect with that higher consciousness, and you're able to be more neutral. And you're able to be present in the current moment. That's in the center of your head. And then let that energy fountain out the top of your head. Giving your aura a light shower. And now let's say hello to the energy of love coming from your higher self and your guides, just way up above you, unconditional love on the other side. And let it come down through that beam of light. So this is connecting you with your divine masculine. You connected with the earth, that's your divine feminine. You have both because you have both parents. We honor whatever you are in this life, male or female or transgender or whatever that is. That's your choice. But we want to just say hello to unconditional love here and let that light come down, illuminating your chakras, bringing you energy. So this is connecting you to guidance, to healing, and connecting you to love. Let it come right into the center of your chest, loving yourself. And let's just sit here in quiet. So this will be a meditation. We're just going to sit. Should we do this now? Yeah, we're just going to sit and breathe. And this is a traditional meditation now that we're all grounded and cleaned out. And a traditional meditation is kind of just like clearing your mind. It's a way of improving your health, your brain function, retarding the aging process, connecting with higher worlds. Whatever is supposed to happen in a meditation will. So we're just going to connect in and breathe. Be aware of your breath and try to just empty your mind. Just sit in the center of your head, or you can float up to the higher chakras. But when your mind starts to wander about your laundry list of things to do, or what about this problem or whatever, just gently come back to your breath. So we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then exhale for 7. Breathing in through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 6, and then exhale through the mouth or nose to 7. That's going to normalize your blood pressure and give your mind something to do so that you can just enter the state of Zen and peace. And let's just breathe. All right. Keeping your eyes closed. If you took a little nap, that's fine. You just may need more sleep. You're still getting the benefits. If you'd like, in your daily life, I would suggest you tune in and do this for about 20 minutes. If you can, 20 minutes twice a day. But for now, just start to breathe and stretch. So I love that. You get the energy flowing, and then you go into a traditional meditation. Very cool. Now, you can, if you really want to open up, you're working to open psychically, you can sit there for an hour or two. Maybe don't start that at first. At 20 minutes, you get all the benefits of traditional meditation. Usually people start to float out of their body. That's like when they're meditating. Most people I meet that are meditators are floating around. They might not be that grounded in the physical world, but sometimes they are. So a lot of successful people like Steve Jobs or different people have gone to ashrams to sit and meditate or gone to awaken. It is the fastest way to awaken. I was watching an Edgar Cayce video the other day, and I read Dolores Cannon, her books. But anyway, I haven't read her Jesus book, but when I listen to people, I can tell if what they're saying is true. And this lady, he was doing a past life reading on this lady, and where she saw Jesus meditating by a stream all day. And actually, Jesus was a person just like us who chose the higher path and to develop himself. Now, we're all star people. We all come from somewhere. We all have abilities. But he chose to develop himself through meditation. And then he learned to heal. He went to the mystery schools, the temples in Egypt. I believe Mary Magdalene was his teacher. And Mary Magdalene was part of the temple of Isis. So these were the mystery schools in Egypt where they learned to manifest, to heal. And so a lot of the way that I teach is from the school of the way of the rose, the teaching of Yeshua. So, but meditation is an excellent way to heal yourself. And you can't really overdo it if you're just sitting and breathing. Bodies love to meditate. You will go through, it'll, guide you through your awakening, which we're all going through on some level. But this is also a little bit more. It's because you're getting grounded first. Like I talked about, a lot of meditators are just kind of floating. So you need to learn how, because we are a physical body actually, that's not true. We are energy, spirit in a physical body, but we need the body to be here. So bodies need to be grounded. Okay. All right. That was really cool. And I'm going to look at my text here. And if at any time somebody has a question that I didn't address, or you wanted to share something that you experienced during that healing session, please just feel free to type it out, because that's what this is for. I want to have community with you. If you want to talk to each other, or if anybody feels like I'd like to do an exchange and look at your energy and you could look at my energy, just so you can get some practice. As long as you're kind and loving and validating of people, you don't have to have their answers. You can just go, here's what I'm picking up. If you want to do that, that's something I'd like to introduce here. I think I might have mentioned that before, but I don't want to put anybody under pressure, because a lot of times people feel like, oh my God. No. So the way you learn something is by doing it. And my first reading, the lady got up and walked out. Okay. So because I was scared. So people pick up on your energy if you're fearful. So the way you get out of fear, or the way you get out of like, oh my God, am I going to be a failure, is just by practicing. You do, and you practice and you learn. It's also a way to support people in our community if you feel like it. But if it doesn't feel right for you, that's fine too. If you just want to say hello to somebody, or if somebody is in your area or something. Well, we don't really know where you are. I know Donna's in Oregon. I don't want you saying your city, because just in case this is going out on the internet. Not that I don't think anything bad is going to happen. I just want to respect your privacy. Okay, so let me have a spot of tea here. Well, I channel some English energy, my spot of tea. I'm having green tea with rose green tea. So they take green tea. I get it from this local guy here. And the tea isn't local. He has it shipped in, but I buy from him locally. I don't think they grow green tea in my county, but I don't really know where it's from. But then he adds rose petals in there, and it gives it this really nice flavor. Rose petals are a really high vibration. So I just love my green rose tea. Yay. All right. So let me look at the text, and we shall do. Okay. I'm going to do them in order here. So Betsy. I guess you would text me your question. And yeah, while we're waiting for Betsy to text a question, so everybody that's here is going to get a. Where's that gal from Switzerland? You're not here, right? Hmm. And she was in my class. We had an amazing class. You should check out my class. I'm doing another one in September. It's going to be, you get 4 videos that I've made about healing pets and healing the chakras. So check that out. David was there. It was a really good group. I ended up doing private, looking at everybody. This time we're going to do different. We're going to actually heal the chakras, diagnose and heal the chakras there. That's my laptop. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. No, just kidding. Yeah. So did you text me a question here? Oh, and then I did a really cool pet healing video where I worked with Archangel Raphael. That might be on. I think it's on this channel. And then I have a new channel that's just spiritual called Civil Harmony Healing. And so that's on YouTube. So check that out. And I'm in the process of building that up. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So Betsy, how can I protect myself when doing mediumship? I love that. Now, in October, I'm going to be teaching mediumship. So I learned from somebody in 2000, but I've been picking up, when you do healing work, you talk to deceased people. There's a lot of deceased people coming in here today. I forgot to mention that. That's the main thing I was picking up on, is you all have a lot of family around you. Now, if you're angelic, a rule follower, you'll have angelic guides. If you're an older soul, you'll have wiser, more very powerful guides. If you're more of a fun party person, you'll have elemental guides. If you're more of a star being, you'll have alien type guides. But we all have at least 2 deceased loved ones with us, sometimes whether we want the 2 or not. Like my parents are always around now. And at first I was like, oh, please, please don't. And they give me advice that, like, Dad keeps telling me to buy an Apple computer. I'm like, really? Haven't we been through this for years? I'm not buying an Apple computer. I tried that. It doesn't work. So, but now I accept that they're here helping me, that they're more in their higher self over there. And they've grown since they were here, and the mistakes that whatever they made, I've let it go. Because, I mean, when I was 15, my mother threw me out of the house, and I lived with a man who beat me and in a very dangerous situation because she was jealous of me. So, I mean, it's just, but you know what? I had to let that go. And I don't want to talk about my mother here, but at first I was like, yeah. When me and my sister, when she passed, we're like, well, at least she can't hurt us anymore. But then over time, I've been like, you know what? Life was hard. Nobody loved you, and I'm okay with you. So I've learned to forgive. Like, it didn't, first I'm like, yeah, but I don't really want you hanging around. Sometimes I got to tell them, like, please back it off because you're intervening. But they tap on the walls. Oh, look, let me answer your question. Yeah. So when you're doing mediumship, Betsy, you want to keep really good boundaries and respect the work. So if you respect your boundaries and you honor it as something sacred, it's not like something like people just, I've had people try to get readings from me in the grocery store or in Kmart or Target or something. I mean, I see people when I'm driving down the street that are deceased, walking down the street. I'm like, oh, okay. I just say hello. I don't connect with them. But if you don't have really good boundaries, if you're not really firm in your boundaries, you get a reputation over there and they'll know it. Like, oh, we can mess with her. just like when they were here in a live body, they'll drain your energy. If you are, so I'm a physical medium, so I feel what people felt when they were dying or when they were here. So I believe me, I'm well versed in how to protect my energy. So the number one thing is boundaries. You can use crystals. I use black tourmaline. You can burn sage. I have sage spray. I start my sessions off by burning a Palo Santo. This is a burnt piece. It's a sustainably grown wood from South America. I burn it. I make smoke. I create a smoke barrier. And then when I'm done, I burn sage. Okay. Because you're opening doors that you don't want to just leave open. Okay. So that's part of your boundaries. You have a preparation, a beginning, a middle, and an end. You should not be doing mediumship probably for more than 30 minutes. If you're with somebody more than 30 minutes, it's going to start to take a toll on you. Okay. So prepare yourself by meditation. Okay. Do your sage, do your Palo Santo, call in your guides, and there is a, as you become used to it and used to what works for you, your body will adapt with how to deal with the energy. At first I was like, I'm not used to this at all, and I found it just overwhelming. But then I didn't want to do it. I'm like, I'll just do the psychic readings or the healings because the mediumship is like too much. But now my body is adapted, and I have very good boundaries. And it used to be when I started doing this work, I used to sleep in this room, and there'd be like a whole party of deceased people in here all night keeping me up, and I was like, just like didn't know what to do. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Y'all need to get out. I am open when I'm doing a reading. Those are my rules. You have to have a body, and you have to make an appointment. You can't just come in here or get in my car or follow me down the street or attach to me, whatever. Okay. So yeah. So I hope that is helpful. Great question. And then, you can always do your salt shower or salt bath afterwards. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to go in order. Oh, you gave me your birthday. Thanks, Vero. And I've worked with you before. I don't know if you were in my class or I remember you from members, because obviously I know all of you. Okay. I'm going to go into, I almost had my South Node stuff. So I'm starting to do natal chart astrology readings. It's really cool. I have a program on my computer to do it. And I really like combining that with the psychic reading. But we're not going to do a whole natal reading here, but I am going to look at your birth date since you sent me your birth date. If somebody wants to send me your birth date, just text me your name, your code name, and your birth date and/or a picture again. Okay. All right. So 422. Okay. Yeah. So you have issues with bone stuff. I think you've had some body pain before. What's your question, Vero? You can type it in the chat or text it to me. What's your question? I'm hearing a song. Oh, it had to be you. I wandered around from my... So what is that about? Oh. So there's somebody saying it had to be you. So who's making you feel happy? Who makes you feel happy? Okay. Why do I have pain in my throat and my eyes? Oh. Yeah, let me look at this book. Because that's a center of telepathic energy. When did this start? Let me look something else up here. I'm looking up your eclipse here. And okay, I see you, David. I'll be with you in a minute. What'd you say? Hold on, Vera. I'm looking at you. Just a minute, Vera. I'm looking something up here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Oh, okay. Yeah. So your eclipse is in Gemini. Huh. Yeah, that can be throat and neck stuff, communication issues. So I would focus on clearing out your fifth chakra. So the fifth chakra is a center right here, having to do with communication. And Gemini usually has throat and nerve issues, pain. Huh. Okay. So this chakra goes from front to back, and then out the back, there's a little tube that goes over the top of the head that goes to smaller chakras here and here, a release point here that comes down here, and a release point in your mandible. There's actually a little hole in the skull here and here, and in your mandible. Okay. So let's go ahead and just call in the guides and tune into your energy and send you some healing. Okay, so it feels like it's going off to the right, so it's like a male energy, and it looks like some type of abuse, and it could be verbal abuse. So I'm seeing that you've got a picture around you, which is an event in this case. Could be a belief, but it looks like an event. And what I'm getting from that is something like, you don't know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. So is this a deceased person? No, I'm not asking you. A current from this life. It feels like father energy or father-like energy. So I feel like the father loved you, but I also feel like there was some type of verbal abuse. Now, maybe he was verbally abused and you just took it on, but I'm kind of in your throat area now. There we go. And I'm just having the guides send energy and bringing that earth energy really up around the fifth chakra and lathering in that area. There, it just cleared. So this right center here just cleared. You've got a pink guide. You look Egyptian, the guide. This looks like Isis. I don't work with her a lot. Okay, you've got some other goddess energy here. It looks like Omega, the moon goddess, is coming in and clearing these centers. So you just kind of run through these centers, sending energy to the eyes and all around the sinus area. But let's give that picture of you don't know what you're doing or some kind of verbal abuse to your higher self. They're just hand it over. I release this in all time and directions. There's some type of a being. A being is a thought form or a person, something that someone carried. It's actually coming out of your body now. And yeah, now that looks more female. Okay, you just got lots of stuff going on up here. Okay, this looks more like a female energy, and it doesn't. It looks like somebody's ego or something that's not human. Okay, and it is from this life, and there it is. It's like, yeah, not loving. Feels like anger. Ooh, yeah, it's telling me to F you. Sorry. So just be amused. It's just energy. Feels like energy of coming to the rescue. Uh, I'm hearing like, call in the cavalry. Okay, that feels better. So what I'm going to say to you is that, let me ask if she needs some physical support with this. I feel like this is a psychic healing. I don't feel like this. I mean, you could do some immune support things, making sure that you're getting enough like good oils because you feel a little bit dry. Yeah. So another way to heal yourself with this is to send yourself love. Okay. Open your heart chakra and send love to your body because love's the strongest healer. Okay, Vera? Yeah, you've got a lot of energy in your space. That's what we're. Okay. Yeah, it almost feels like an overload. So when, okay, so I'm going to end this healing now, surround you with light and Metatron. So I would continue to work with your guides on that when you're meditating. Bring in that light and run it through all these areas. You may find that it's better and doesn't really come back, but if it does, I would send light and love, send love from your heart, and ask the guides to come in and clear that. It feels like you just have a lot of telepathic energy happening. Okay? All right. I see Cindy joined us. And Lily, hi, Lily. Okay, we are probably going to do you next time because I've got 5 readings here. Let's see what I can do. But I do want to connect with your deceased son. Hi, Lily. Yes. Okay. So let's see what we can do. If you haven't watched the beginning of this, I don't know if you just came on, but if you haven't seen the beginning, please watch that because I feel like that will really benefit anybody who's wanting healing or it. Sometimes your questions get answers like, yeah, I kind of knew that when you just get grounded and meditate. Okay. Let's see who's next here. Um, Mindy, hi. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go to somebody else now. I'm going to go to somebody who calls themselves cat lover. So I'll get back to you. But I'm going to go to cat lover. All right. And cat lover, what is your question? I don't see a question here, but I do see a birth date with cat lover, and I see a picture. And I feel like everybody is dealing with loving themselves. I keep hearing that nobody loves me. I love you. Love yourself. You got to love yourself. Okay. So, cat lover. Yeah. A lot of Capricorn North nodes here. So, very connected to family. Capricorns are always really connected to family. Let's see, cat lover, did you text me a question? Oh, about your guides. Okay. And other loved ones around you. Okay. So let's look at your guides. So I keep hearing like, where is the love? Like, love yourself. I feel like there's a mother energy trying to come in. Let me see, what is your mother saying? Your mother's around you a lot. I feel like your mother had a lot of fear. She had something going on with her. You also have father's relatives around you. It feels like there's an uncle, an aunt and an uncle around you on your father's side. And it does, okay, so kind of looks like Archangel Michael helping you with life path. Okay. So I'm feeling energy with Archangel Michael. I'm also feeling, it feels like Archangel Gabriel. So Gabriel is good with your child part of you, with writing. Your mother says you're never alone. Let's look at some angel cards for you and see. So I feel like they're trying to, there we go. Feels very mothering. You have mothering guides around you. Huh. Angels, guardian angels. Okay. So this is divine guidance. So you see the angel there with the little star-shaped heart. Okay. I also feel like there's a connection to water, mermaid-like energies for you, cat lover. I feel like you need some consultation of an expert. I don't know what you're dealing with, but feels like you need more information from somebody who is an expert on something. Oh, so they're telling me that Temple Isis was very connected in Egypt, was very connected to cats. I feel like you've been in cats with past lives. And what about now? What's helping you now? It's like you're paying off some karmic debt in this life. And I feel like taking the care of the cats is like part of your purpose. These are very wise, ancient beings that come here that love us unconditionally in little furry bodies. So I feel like there's something about your connection with cats and your psychic ability that's part of your purpose here. Not that you did anything wrong that says karmic debt, but we all come here with agreements to do certain things. And I feel like you're fulfilling your agreement that you came here to do with by connecting with cats. Okay? Let me see what Archangel Michael says. Your cats, oh, so they're saying that your cats are very telepathic and they know things and they may communicate with you on a psychic level. Not something you can hear or see, but just like it's just like something you know. It's like an emotion or just a click, a connection. Okay. Archangel Michael is saying that he's protecting your inner child, that you are watched over and protected by the angels. Okay. So call on them wherever you are. Like if you're lost in the car, or if you're having trouble with the bill, or if somebody's bothering you, like, what do you want me to do, Michael? Hover over me. I say that anytime, I don't, as soon as I put my feet on the floor, I'm doing my prayers in the morning, and then at night I'm thank you. Because the kind of world I did that before the world was this crazy, but they're saying that they are watching over you and protecting you. But you have to ask. If you don't ask, they can't intervene. So Michael is protecting you and saying to ask. Not that there's something to be protected from, but it's just that, we live in uncertain times. And they can help you on your spiritual path, developing yourself. Okay? Very good. Okay, so let's go to the next person. I'm going to write this down. All right. Thank you. Okay. I'm trying to keep everybody's anonymity. I'm kind of channeling, and I'm not doing a very good job of that. All right. Smile eyes. Smiley eyes. Hi. Okay. During your meditation, the boat went backwards and you couldn't turn it around to go forward with the natural current. Any significance with going backwards? Oh, let's look. Yeah. So it feels like you're afraid to let go, and there's still some things that you need to work out where you are that are pulling you back. Like, I need to do some physical, like, slow it down, because change can be stressful and you don't want it to happen too quickly, and bodies need change to happen slowly. So I feel like there's a kind of a little bit of a fear, and it doesn't mean that fear is wrong, but we don't let fear guide us either. So it's like pushing you a little out of your comfort zone. You got in the boat, but I feel like it was going backwards because I feel like there's a rope connecting it and tying it down to the past. Like, I'm not quite ready to go here yet. So what I would say to you with that is to sit, smile eyes, to sit where you are and be where you are. Acceptance is the key. Forcing things to happen is never a good idea, or rushing things to happen, because it's a lot. We're dealing with a lot of energy here. So let yourself take the time you need. When the time is right, that rope will be released. Or when you feel like, yeah, I want to cut this rope, ask the angels to cut the rope. and maybe just float down a little bit. Like I see a little frog jumping in the water. That means you need a little bit of cleansing. So it can. So let me just ask this, because I don't want to put my own energy on this. Let me ask Spirit. Is this because she's afraid? No. Is this because she's wanting to take care of her body? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this is because look at the cards you got. The Empress and Strength. You just need to go slow, okay? And that's okay. So trust yourself. Always, I tell people, always, more than any psychic, even any doctor. I've had doctors tell me, oh, you need to take this medication for your, an antacid for your herniated stomach. And I healed it myself. And then 2 years later, I found out that company is being sued for causing stomach cancer. So always trust yourself, verify, but trust. Don't take any psychic or even anybody over your own knowing of like, this doesn't feel right. Now, I'm going to temper that with sometimes we have fear of going somewhere that changes that we don't know what they are. We'd rather stay where we are. At least we know what that is. Even though it's not maybe very good, at least we know what it is. So be aware that you may have some fears, but don't beat yourself up for that. Just let yourself love yourself and feel safe. So how you move past fear isn't by making yourself wrong for feeling fear or letting it go, Well, yeah, you can let it go. But in this case, I would be like, how do I feel safe? Like, what makes me feel safer? Like, I feel like you're showing me now that you want to take some little stepping stones back off the boat on these little stones and walk back over on the shore and think and sit and meditate. Because that meditation is actually just the breathing part. If you just did that, it would really be beneficial to you. And it's a very slow, you're not making anything happen. You're not hoisting changes upon yourself. Some people are like, yes, I'm going for the gusto. But I feel like you want to just like slow it down. Okay. Let's see what else your guides are saying. Okay. So nurture yourself. This is Mother Mary. So we feel like that you're wanting to sit on the shore and nurture yourself. I got some cards, but I got to reach way over here to get them for you. And why are these two? It's this one. Yeah, I mean, I hear music coming from the 50s. Like, try to just have some fun. Like, like the other day I was watching Carol Burnett. Turn off the news. Turn off all the, and just, I was watching Seinfeld, which is kind of gross, but funny. Carol Burnett. Just something, just silly. Have fun with things. It doesn't have to be so serious. Let's see. Happy thoughts. They said you're to work on nurture yourself and happy thoughts. So not to beat yourself up if you have negative thoughts. Okay? But to just go, notice when you're worrying about something, oh no, this or that. And my camera's blurry, sorry. When you're having thoughts, fearful thoughts, and you want to just bring it back to, come on, camera. I got to focus the camera with my hand. So I got the best camera that some film guy said I should get. People, why don't you get a better camera? Well, I'm on like my third camera in the last year, so I don't know. It's just the energy, okay? All right, and then ground yourself. So stay grounded. So ground yourself and do your meditation. Don't become distracted and unfocused or irritated when ground. Sometimes if you're feeling irritated or unfocused or confused, just sit down and ground. You come back to yourself. Oh, and then you'll know what to do. It's like, okay, so they're saying ground yourself. Okay, my dear? So I want to do, um, where are you? I'm looking for, oh, I guess if you didn't text me a secret name. Oh, thank you, cat lover says she loves me. Okay, if you didn't text me a secret name, I'm just gonna say, guy from Idaho. What's your question? Let's do, oh, I sometimes see flashing lights in my perennial vision. An optometrist told me my eyes are degenerating. Is that true? Or am I actually seeing? So I think you're seeing spirit. Yeah. So you're seeing spirit, and come on, camera. A lot of energy here. I need to spray the sage. Not because you have bad energy, just because we've got a lot of spirits here. It's just too much. Okay. Too much for the camera. All right. Not you, David. I mean, all, everybody, everything. Okay. So, yeah. So you're seeing spirit. Now, one way to heal eyes that's really cool is to use a hexane-free, so in a glass bottle, castor oil. It's also good for scar tissue. So if you have other areas in your body, if you've had like chronic infections or aches and pains, it can be really comforting to put castor oil and healing for, maybe not for bones, but for soft tissue. So a little bit of castor. Now it will stain your clothes, so you need to wear an old T-shirt or wrap an old towel or something around wherever you put it on, and then but you can put it right on your eyes, and that helps. Some people feel like you have to do it consistently over a period of time. Helps to um, start to get rid of cataracts or dry eyes, things like that, or degenerating eyes. You also need lutein. So things like cruciferous vegetables are good, or a lutein supplement, or I think it's kale, Swiss chard, broccoli, those types of things are cruciferous vegetables that are good for your eyes. Carrots have that beta carotene. Now, any of those by themselves are not going to heal your eyes, but if you take them fresh and then just lightly steam them or put them in a vegetable juice, and I wouldn't suggest only doing vegetables either unless you're a vegan. But so those things, but a good lutein supplement, and I'm not going to recommend a brand over on the air, but it has to be something quality, that is, not just get something. I think that, quality stuff. Um, so, yeah, something you just get at Target or something may not do anything. But a lutein supplement for your eyes. But you're seeing spirit, you're seeing light. So let me tune in and see what they're saying here. So a lot of people are waking up to their abilities. We're in this shift of consciousness. And when I look at you, David, there's a big, heavy energy um, right in front of you. And it feels like it's frustrating, or, it feels like everybody's stuff around maybe the economy. And it also feels like it's going back into your eyes. So let's just say hello to that and have the angels unplug that there and take that off or release that. Okay. And then let's go I'm just feeling into your spinal column. Feels like there's a break in the energy there. And so I'm just kind of clearing that out and smoothing that over there. A bean came out. It's a thought form. Or that looks better. Also, there's some really good qigong movements for low back where you bend your knees and then you go forward like this, and then you twist this way and that way. You can feel it kind of slowly twisting your back. So you want to do the things that are going to get the circulation and the energy moving in there, so the blood's getting in there. And kind of like castor oil can help that with healing, especially if it's warm in the winter. Maybe you don't want it warm in the summer, but getting that heat in there and healing scar tissue. Okay. All right. Very cool. Okay. And guy from Baltimore, what's your question? Oh, you've been having joint and body pain? Well, we were doing, oh, this is Jason. Okay. Yeah, but you are seeing spirit. You are seeing spirit, so you are making progress. It's one way they'll come, flashes of light. Okay. Okay, so Baltimore. Oh, okay, let's look. So you're having body pain. Let me clear my camera. I feel like you're trying to open something or get something to happen and it's not happening. Like I feel like I see you trying to open like a little jar of something. You're like, oh, like trying to get the top off something. Oh, there's a bean. Actually, yeah, this is like some type of awakening or healing energy that you're dealing with. Sometimes when you're letting go of something, you'll feel it in your body. It'll be like pain. Most people think, oh no, something went wrong, but it's actually you're letting go of something. And they're tapping on the ceiling. Your mother is around you. All right, let's just go in and there's a cord, some cords coming in. Oh, it looks like past lives back in the on your back. There's several of them. I'm pulling them out. Oh, oh, there it went. Something else just came out. You have a really beautiful pink male guide around you. Huh. Like I see angel wings. I feel like you're being supported. you're connecting with energy coming in from past lives. Okay, so surround you with light. Now, you might want to try Power 6 or lymphatic massage. Go on YouTube or the internet and Google or search for lymphatic massage and then do it 3 or 4 times a week. So we want to get your lymph glands working really well. This helps with arthritic types of pain. Also, eating things like onions and pineapple are good for body pain if you can handle those. Let me see what the cards say. Oh. I feel like your male guides around you, and I feel like that's you in the middle there, and they're supporting something for you. And that's what you're dealing with. You're co-creating with your guides. So sometimes when you're doing that, your body will feel it. You're really connected to the water. You might want to do some ocean, get some ocean water when the weather's better, or take some salt baths to help you, or Epsom salts, because you're healed around water, and that will help with aches and pains and the growth period you're going through, which you're feeling in your body. Someone wants to help you. I feel like there's somebody around you that I would say a prayer. If you're not feeling better yet after this, ask for your guides to send you someone that will assist you with the body pain. Or take my chakra class on September 6th. And they're saying playful, to remember to be playful. I think sometimes you get afraid or really serious. And so they're reminding you to be playful. And my dog ate part of this card, so that might be why it's coming through, like for you, because it was eaten partially by a dog. But this is the card of Jesus saying that you too can do what your higher self can do, what I have done. So I feel like you're on this this higher path of healing. And sometimes that's what happens when you're awakening. You feel it in your body. And the awakening in August has been pretty intense for a lot of people. I've heard a lot of stories of, this energy has just been intense. Okay. All right. So I am going to, we have more time. Okay. I'm going to look at you, Cindy. You said your son passed away 2 years ago. Is it my adrenal glands? Well, most people I'm looking at, yeah, you're welcome, Jason. Most people that are either having adrenal or thyroid issues. So thyroid is about, when is it my turn, giving time for yourself. And adrenal is about just like being stressed and not having proper sleep, or just shock, and they just get worn out. Your adrenals are on top of each kidney, and they're little triangle shaped, and they give you energy. I like herbs for adrenals. Some people say you need more rest, stay away from stressful things, but life has stress, so, but, I don't watch horror movies or things that are, if I watch an accident, I feel my body feels like it's having the accident. I don't watch that stuff. I'm like, I can't, well, I'm not watching that. So let's look at your left adrenal. Oh, your right adrenal. Huh. Yeah, they don't look good. you're going through some kind of, this is not physical death, but you're going through some big change. Your left adrenal is kind of fried, and the right one is barely holding on. All right, let's ask, since you got the heart card, let's ask, how is your heart? Yeah, that looks okay. I mean, this isn't a medical test, so I'm not giving you, I'm just diagnosing chakras. Let's look at your, this will be part of my chakra class. Let's look at your heart chakra. That's kind of open. Whoops, it's open sometimes. Let's look at your second chakra. Yeah. So your chakras have a pattern of being open a little bit. Second chakra, which governs, oh, wait a minute. That's your emotions. First chakra governs the adrenals. Let's look at your first chakra. Yeah, look at that. Your first chakra is shut down. Trouble sleeping and exhaustion. Yeah. So are you waking up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, or you can't go to sleep at all, or what's going on? Are you waking up to pee, or your mind is racing? How is it feeling for you? Well, instead of asking, let me just look. I feel like this has to do with your son. I feel like you're, sometimes we grieve in our kidneys. Yeah. So waking up at 3 in the morning and 4 in the morning is part of the awakening process. It's an invitation to meditate. It's not a punishment. None of this is a punishment. But the waking up at 2 and the, when I look into your energy, what it feels like is you're grieving in your body. Now, you know your son is not dead. He's somewhere better. There is no death. We've been taught on this planet that death is the end, and it's not. I know you miss him, and I'm sorry for your loss. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, so I feel like this has to do with your son. You're grieving in your body. I don't know if I mentioned herbs. I feel like herbs are really helpful for calming, but also for building the adrenals. I like that for adrenals. Now, chamomile tea is very relaxing. Couple hours before bed, so you're not up peeing, but it'll start to calm you down. I feel like the meditation. So when you have a death of somebody close by, it's part of your awakening, because your life will never be the same. You are going through a deep process of grief and awakening. And I don't know when your son passed. When did he pass? You're a manifester. You're an old soul. Cindy is an old soul. Oh, whoa. You're a fighter. You're a warrior. You've had past lives as a warrior. Oh, he passed. Oh, okay. He's around you. Yeah. You are wanting peace in this life, Cindy, because your past lives have been, I feel like you were a spy. I feel like you were very organized and disciplined, and you may have that in this life too. I feel like you were female and nobody knew what you were up to, but you were out getting information to help somebody do something, to help your people or people. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, I just heard your son say, I love you, of course. Let me see what he has to say. Choose love. So in this life, you're choosing love. You don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to be in any more wars. You may see clouds or heart shapes around you. That's him. He'll always bring you heart shapes. He loves you very much. It was my choice to go. He just didn't want to be here anymore. On some level, he just didn't want to be here. Was it I don't know if it was an accident. Obviously, something physical. His body isn't here. But I just feel like he kicked off. I'm seeing something around his foot or his leg. I don't know what that means. So once again, I'm getting heart shapes and kisses. So you may feel him touching you. You may feel yourself being touched when you're quiet and you're alone and it's night and you feel yourself being touched. That he's giving you a kiss goodnight. He's touching you and he's sending you hearts. Yeah, there we go. Freeway. Yeah, that's what I saw. It looked like an accident. Yeah, because I saw him just flying in a car. Yeah, that was not an accident. It was his time to go, and you will be with him again on the other side. When you see him again, this whole life will just go by so fast. It'll be like when you think about when you had the flu 2 years ago or something. You can't barely remember it. But time is different on the other side. Yeah, it looked like an accident. Okay. Wow. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Get some adrenal support. Herbs. Google that. Or I'll send you a little healing there. And it's wonderful he knew that you really loved him. Okay? You're welcome. And then we had Lily. Lily, my brother passed away late August. Does he know how much we appreciate everything he did for us? Yes. Let's look at him. Did he repair things either metaphorically or physically? Because I feel like the way yeah, okay, that's funny. He's funny. I feel like he is showing me a toolbox or fixing something or painting a sign. So I feel like either he fixed things or he liked to help people and fix people. What do you have to say? Yeah, he's not dead. He's not in a coffin in the ground. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here. And he feels so good to be out of his body. Oh, it was his time to go. Here's footprints in the sand. So this is my card for where were you when I needed you, God? That's when I carried you. That's why you only see one set of footprints in the sand. So he carried you, and he is still in his other state where he is more alive than we are here. He is still caring for you. I feel like he's helping you with money, showing me money. And he's saying, remember the happy times. Remember the good times. Don't beat yourself up or feel guilty. You could have done something else. Remember the happy memories. And if you have pictures of him, if you walk by and go, oh, all the time, it just kind of brings him down. He's like, God. And when you pick up the picture and go, I love you so much. Thank you for everything you did. I know you're at peace. Then you form a different relationship for him. And that's what he wants. He wants you to be happy and to go on and to know that he's okay. There's something about a dog. Either he has a dog with him or he left a dog behind, but there's a dog. The dog can smell him or something. And he says, don't be afraid. There's no death. He's in a good place. Don't be afraid. There is no death. Okay. Very cool. Well, this was really, really awesome. So, yeah, I know that we're being watched by other people on YouTube because people watch, and I don't have a problem with that because it's my fault for not turning it off. You don't get to ask a question, but we are here every second and fourth Saturday at 12 o'clock Pacific time for an hour. Today we did 2 hours because I missed the first Saturday this month. And we have a really good group of regular people. If you want to say where you're from, you can. You don't have to. If you want to say hello to people, or you want to say I'm practicing doing readings or exchange healings or something, you can do that here. I know probably nobody will take me up on that, but that's okay. I'm just putting it out there in case somebody does want to do that. So I'm teaching classes where I teach people how to develop if they want to heal themselves, their family, pets, or have this for a career. But we're all going through an awakening and we need support. And this is a way that I can put myself out there and be there for you. That is, you don't have to get on a plane or go get a hotel room or anything. And it's not expensive at all. And I try to make it well worth what you spend, and especially if you're a regular. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who came on here today and to support me and support my community. And I want to give back to you. I really am here to help people. That's my life mission. And this gives me a place where I can do that. So I'm really grateful for you all being here. So let's do an official close to our session here and create a really cool space for you on the dream plane tonight. So let's go ahead and just tune back into our hearts. If you want, you can give yourself a hug or put your hands on your chest and send yourself some love. You did awesome today. You showed up. You asked for, what you needed to ask for yourself or your loved ones. Breathe love to yourself if you would. And let's thank our guides and angels, our deceased loved ones, for coming in and assisting us. Guide us through the rest of our day and go into the astral plane, the dream world, with us tonight. Help us to have deep, restful sleep. Help us to be at peace. Remember before bed to turn off any screens. Maybe read a book or sit and do some relaxing breathing. Have a warm cup of tea, chamomile tea. Make sure the room where you sleep is quiet and dark. Maybe if you want, you can snuggle up with a teddy bear, a puppy, or a cat, or a person, or, an angel, pretend an angel is there with you. And what you think about before bed is really going to determine your quality of sleep and where you go in the sleep plane, in the dream plane. And so just think about what you would like to happen, wonderful things. Forgive yourself and let go of the day, whatever did or didn't happen. And give thanks for whatever was taken away and whatever you received. because it's all you are being divinely guided. You are being held by spirit. You are loved unconditionally. Breathe and give thanks. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for a wonderful night's rest. It has been an honor and a pleasure to read for you today. We'll look forward to seeing you second and fourth Saturday of September. Take care for now, or in a class. And I've got some good dream videos I put out, and I'm putting out a breath video. I put out a pet healing video. Oh, my new channel is at Civil Harmony Healing. My regular channel is at Civil Harmony. So please make sure you subscribe and like. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. Sending you so much love. Bye for now. Take care.